You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more.
Wepa, when I'm here, this is your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, we got an awesome guest. You've seen him a couple of times on outside the panels by the machine, you know what I mean? And he's an amazing independent creator, writer. He keeps it busy. Wait till you see his hair, like the way he works. This is the way we're gonna find out today. Let me introduce this incredible creator, the one, the only, Todd Black, baby. How you doing?
Hang in there, Al. How are you?
I'm doing awesome in this heat that we're going through over here.
So hot.
Yeah.
So hot.
Yes. Too hot though. I mean, I tell people I may be Puerto Rican, but don't let that fool you. I'm not a fan of the heat, man. I'm not. No. Please give me some nice. I like the San Diego. That was cool because it wasn't hot, wasn't cold. It was right in between. It was nice.
There you go.
All right, so. Anyway, but thanks for coming on. And you have this fire project that's out now on Kickstarter, folks. It's live, all right? I want to only share the link right now because we got to get into Todd's story over here. But that's the link below. You guys got to hit. It's also in the show notes. I make it easy for everybody, all right? So, Todd, I'm going to reel it back just a little bit. Just for those that don't remember, you just don't know, this is their first time meeting you. I don't know where you're originally from and what started you on this journey of yours in comics.
Yeah, so my name is Todd Black, and I'm from Champaign area, Illinois. And I started in comics, that's about 10 years ago now. And it all began because I've always had a love for stories, and I grew up with like the greatest generation of cartoons ever. And, like Batman, Superman, X-Men, the Justice League, all of them. And eventually I just started asking myself, like, what would my stories be in these universes? And so that slowly developed. And then I came up with my own idea for a superhero story. And I went to C2E2 in Chicago, and I met Matt Fraction in a Marvel panel, making comics the Marvel way. And I was like, hey, I have a story idea. What do I do? And he goes, Todd, if you want to make comics, find an artist to make comics. I'm like, okay. So fast forward 2 years, because you have to pay to make comics. He didn't tell me that point. But I found some artists, and we made the first issue of my superhero comic, and then I focused on that series for about 20 issues, then jumped into a new series, which is where I got my first start on Kickstarter. Nice. And after that, I just started doing series after series after series, which brings me all the way to here with Take the House.
Beautiful. Take the House. You hear this, folks? He ain't stopped. 10-year game, 2 years finding an artist. How was that journey finding an artist when you first started?
Well, at first it was simply, hey, who wants to make a comic with me? Because again, I didn't really get that you had to pay the people to make the comic with you. And then once I understood that, I got like an understanding of the price ranges. I had a job where I made a decent amount of money, so I saved up, and I just started looking at all these sites. This was long before I went onto Facebook, and I know what a concept. And there was one site called CG Hub, which is defunct now, sadly. But like that's where I found my artists, and I just made a pitch. I was like, "Hey, I need some people to help me with this. So, who's up for it?" A couple people did, and nowadays I look on Facebook. I do references. I have a portfolio day with Twitter. That's always a good place to look for people. So, it's always a journey to find the right artist, but when you find it, it's really worth it.
Excellent. Have you stuck with the same team, since you started?
Well, ironically, the first colorist for Guardians, my superhero comic, was Alex Garcia, and he is with me to this day. He's the one who did Take the House, okay. So he's been with me for 10 years. And then for some of my other series, like Home, Tokyo Blade Detectives, and some others, I hired other artists because I want to share the love. I want to share the comic love and glory and all of that. And because some people are just looking for that person to give them a chance to make books. So why not? Absolutely. And I'll be looking for a new artist with my next series that comes after Take the House. Like you said, Al, I'm always working.
Well, I love that. But how the hell do you stay so creative? Because again, you just listed, some of your titles, and each one is very different from the other. So how is it that you keep creative and change, lanes, as frequently?
Well, that is a question I also get asked a lot because when people come to my Comic-Con table, they go like, "You have a lot here." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." The easiest reason is that I love all kinds of genres. Like I started in superheroes because that's what I grew up on. Like again, Batman, Superman, X-Men, Spider-Man, all of them. Like that was my bread and butter. But the more I thought about it, I realized I like other stories.
We're gonna call you a genre sexual because yeah, right.
Definitely an interesting turn there, Al. Uh,
You like a variety of genres.
just call me a Renaissance man. That's easier. But like home is sci-fi fantasy. 10,000 Miles is what I like to call my Disney Pixar story. Tokyo Blade Detectives is an anime style book, and Take the House is a heist comic. So I have all these genres that I like, and I get inspired by the various stories and genres because I'll be watching something, and I go, what would my story with that be? Or for my next book that's coming, I'll be doing after this. I was literally watching the Hulu series, Only Murders in the Building.
Okay.
And I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if they had done this instead of this and this instead of this? And then I'm like, I could make a comic of that. And that was all it took.
Awesome.
So,
is there any particular creator that that you look at their work and kind of inspires you?
ironically, not as much as others, and I find that weird because I do read comics every week. I literally just got my comics for this week, and they're over there.
A Wednesday warrior right there.
Wednesday war, always, and it's one of the highlights of my week. And there are books I always read, like X-Men, love X-Men, Batman, the Nightwing series with Tom Taylor has been incredible, but I don't specifically, huh?
Yeah, I was surprised with people too, since you mentioned Nightwing, you know, with this campaign.
Yes, I do. I'll get to that later. But with my books, I don't tend to say like, oh, I wish I could be like this writer or this writer, because every writer is different. Every writer has different style. Like there's ones that I like above all others, like Jimmy Palmiotti, or who's doing great things on Kickstarter with his paper films.
Jimmy's a boss for real.
He's such a boss. Him and Amanda Connor. Gail Simone is incredible, and she's actually writing one of the X-Men books now, so that's very exciting.
Funny in person too.
What was his name? Jonathan Hickman. I always liked his ideas of like wheels within wheels, like always having like layered storylines, which I do incorporate at times with some of my books. But I just try and find my own writing flow, and I go like, oh, this one is, oh, that's a cool book, and like, oh, I wish I could have like that level of quality. Like, you know, when you've read a comic, when you go like, that's good quality. So I aspire to be like them at times, but I wouldn't say that like, oh, their writing style affects me, because I just have my own. And I'm sure some of them would go like, what, you wrote like that, Todd? Really? I lived a shock.
So a question here is also, do you work on multiple projects at a time, or you like to just focus one at a time?
It depends on the time currently. For example, with Take the House, we've been working on this one for like 2 years off and on, because Alex would start on it, and then we got pulled off of it to do another project that was in more of an immediate need to get released. And then once that was done, we jumped back on to Take the House, and we were thankfully able to finish it. For me personally, I don't just write comics, I also write novels. And so I can have a comic on one side and then write up the novel in my free time. So that's actually what I'm doing right now. And then, as I've already said, I'm already getting ready for my next comic, which will be done which will be started after Take the House is finished on Kickstarter. So there's always something going on. And then once I'm done with that series, I already know where I'm probably going to go with the next one. So just keep cranking on.
Love it. So you know what? Let's get cranking on here, and let's start taking out the product. I'll show off the Kickstarter page in a moment. But you also sent me some pages. I just want to go to the beauty art, because look at that cover, folks. That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I did it. I wish I had I could see a vault of money like that.
Yeah, money and gold. That is the ultimate prize in Take the House. And just to spoil something right off the bat to really entice people to pledge to this Kickstarter, you might be wondering, why is there a couple silhouettes on the right hand?
You read my mind, Ty. Yeah. You're a psychic, because that was going to be my next question. Like, what's going on there?
Okay, so in Take the House, you might notice that a certain bottom left character, Pledge here, bottom left character looks like me.
Yeah.
Because it is.
I was looking at this. Yo, this homie look like Todd.
Yeah. that is me in my not final form. You're welcome. If I had me in my final form, like no one would pay attention to the comic because they'd be looking at the hair every panel. But that is me as a variant of me, for lack of a better term. And everyone on my side of the cover is a person I actually know. When we started making Take the House a couple of years back, I said, hey, who wants to be on my heist crew? And a whole bunch of people volunteered. So like all of them are people I know. Now, on the people on the right are my two cousins, Michael and Amy's husband, Jonathan, who also volunteered to be in the book. Their heist crew will be filled with Kickstarter backers. Should they pledge. The ultimate tier of this Kickstarter is you get to be in the heist crew, which means you will be on the cover. You can get your own little mini solo pick, which I'll also send to you because I'm sure you'll want that. And then you'll be in multiple pages of the comic because you are basically a main character.
So that's the project link. And look at this cover. This is a boss cover right here.
This is the special variant cover for Take the House. And as Al teased earlier, this isn't just made by some random artist. This is made by Serge Acuna, who you might know from DC Comics, especially the Nightwing series. He's done a whole bunch of covers for them. He's also done recent work with Batman the Brave and the Bold. He did an Artemis storyline, which he's really proud of. And I just straight up asked him, hey, do you want to do a variant cover for me? He goes, yeah, I can do that.
What?
So
that easy, Todd? You just walked up to him. Can you? Yes. All right.
Why can't it always be that easy, right, Al? We offer the previous cover is the main cover, and then this is our variant. So the main cover version is $25 for the physical copy, or if you want the Serge Acuna cover, that's $35. And we also offer digital, so we got plenty of options for you.
Look at those interiors, baby.
Yeah, and then this is the first page of the book. We have a 6-page preview on the Kickstarter, which I'm sure Al's going to show you every one of them. Yeah. And you might notice that this is a very unique art style. Well, that was what we were going for. We wanted something that was very visual, something that would really pop, very stylized. And so I actually got inspiration for this off of Persona 5 Royal, the video game from Atlas.
Okay.
Because they are very big on like having big popping colors and sweeping color sections and all that. And so like, hey Alex, what do you think we could do with this? And so he just grayed out everyone's skin tone, and their colors come off of their clothes and of course the backgrounds. So you're going to know every single main character because they are the ones with color in them.
Gotcha.
And it creates a very unique visual. And then Alex went ham on a lot of these backgrounds because we could just, shade them in and then draw like little lightning bolts between the main characters or question marks above my head. So just adding to the fun of the visuals.
And I think the backgrounds too, very, how he's showing when it's just like Kirby style, he's doing it. When we focus, not much of a background, but focus on what's happening in front of you. Very cool. Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Now, as for the story, Take the House is about two thieves, Todd and Michael. Yes, we named them after ourselves. And they are thieves. And Michael brings in Todd because he's been retired for a while. He's been a writer. And he brings him out of retirement because of their dream job, which is called the Rivals job. The Rivals job is two teams going after the same score at the same time. The winner is the one who gets the most loot. So in this case, Michael has found a special place where there is $150 million worth of cash or $1 billion worth of gold bars. Ooh. So which do you go after? Do you go after the cash, which will be easier to get out, or do you go for broke and try and get $1 billion in gold?
Yep.
That's the wonder, that's the mystery, and that's Take the House.
And I know what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Man, I want that gold. Listen, to buy a country with that shit. Let's go. I think. Is this an animated video? One of the games?
Yeah, I don't need to play it though. It's just very basic stuff. Don't worry about it.
And there we go. So you see in the cover again. Look how beautiful. All the different options. These colors do pop, Todd. Though.
Thank you. Yeah,
the team is doing an amazing job.
Yeah, I got a good squad with me, Alan. I'm very, very proud of them. And that's just like some of the stuff you'll see in the comic. Like, there's another great shot.
Yeah, Excellent. That reminds me of what was it? What movie was this? Shit, Rocky was it?
No, Predator with
Predator.
Arnold and Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. So, but yeah, it was really fun making this book, and I'm really hoping that people will give it a chance and whether they pledge physically or digitally, because this is a really special book, and it's not one you're going to see that often. I was even told when I was making this comic, like, people do a lot of heist stories. I'm like, great, then I'm going to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, and listen, we need more of this. I think people, get a little tired of the superhero stuff, So, when you find a diversity in that, a cool story, slice of life, some gangster John like this is gonna be crazy. I want to see who goes for the gold. That'll be fun, and how that happens. So I'm interested. I like stuff like this. I'm, not that I hate superheroes, but there's a lot of repetitive stuff. Everybody. That's the issue with that. No pun intended.
We all have issues, Al. We all have issues.
Well, and there goes that Nightwing look again. For fans.
Yeah.
Familiar with his work. I mean, there you go. All right, and that goes his dope variant. Fuck yeah, bro.
I know what Al's pledging to.
It's sick, bro. Look at this. Beautiful. And then you got add-ons and rewards, because that's what I'm talking about too. Because folks, listen, you want to get all those goodies, huh? Look, right now, a big salute. You did it. You went for a rack. You have 15. A salute to your 55 backers. Thank you for supporting independent creators. That's a beautiful thing. Listen, folks, we got 14 days to go. So you're either going to get paid this week or next. More than enough time to pledge with no excuse to this wonderful campaign. Let's get into some add-ons, because again, you got the fire book, the beautiful art. Come on, search the Kuna cover. Stop messing around, folks. You got to dip into this. And if you need more, if you're greedy and you want to fill up your comic book box with some more goodies, he got goodies here.
Yeah.
Talk about these add-ons, brother.
All right, so for my add-ons, I just decided to go full tilt, and I am offering every single book that I have basically ever made. So no matter what genre you are into, okay, I do a few I haven't done yet, but I've covered most genres. So I've got my Guardians, which are my superheroes. I got Home, which is sci-fi fantasy. 10,000 Miles, which is Disney Pixar style. I have a series of Sherlock Holmes novels you can buy physically or digitally via the add-ons. I have a spacefaring novel called As We Wander the Stars. That one's also available physical and digital. I have a noir style book, which I actually made with a Source Point Press called 5 Bullets, 6 Men. That's right there.
Right there. Yeah. I was looking at the site. Yeah, Johnny reviewed this on the site back then.
Yep, it was nice to me. I deserve more than I deserve a higher score than what he gave me, but whatever. Everyone's a critic. But if you want them physically or digitally, they are there. They are very cheaply priced so that you can get them. And then for other rewards, if you can't pledge to the $200 tier, that's fine. We also have a $75 tier where you can get a cameo in one of the panels. We also have multiple rewards where I will help you get your own comic project started. I can do I'll do a script review, or I will help you with the process step by step to make your own comics. I also have special bundles with some of the other comics that I've made, and again, physical and digital versions of Take the House. So no matter what kind of reader you are or a pledger you like to be, I got something for you. And then for the join the heist crew, yes, please pledge here. For the heist crew one, there's only 5 slots left. So if you want to get to be in the book, in this way, you gotta pledge soon, because I have a feeling they will be going quick by the end of the campaign.
Absolutely. Oh, heck yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to be on the cover and be part of a story they could show their friends? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's why I always offer the
once they pledge, they have to tell their friends, yo, pledge, I'm gonna be in the book, and keep it rolling that way. Come on, fam.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. All right, join the crew, baby. And they go, and this is the one you say everybody gets a copy of everything. Is this the one right here for?
No, that's one where they get. I help them on their make their own comic.
Great. There we go. Look at that. Guys, he's a successful Kickstarter over here. Let me tell you, he knows how to get it done. This guy, he's a boss.
I do my best.
You know what I mean? So you definitely should take advice from a person like that and say, and tune in. See what he's doing. Just observe. I'm telling you, this dude's the boss. I can't wait to see him do even larger projects. It's coming, brother. The way you're a workhorse, bro.
I'm trying. I try to be.
This is crazy. You see all these beautiful books. I am digging that Guardians cover right there.
Thank you. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that is fire right there. Yeah. I'm digging it. But folks, this is a campaign we're talking about right here. Come on, folks. Back at today, it is currently live. All right. Now, are you going to be making any con appearances? Because it is con season.
Yes, actually, this weekend I will be at a Heroes for Kids Con in Perryville, Missouri.
Cool.
So it's a Saturday, Sunday show. So if you're in the Missouri Perryville area, go and check that out. And then the following Saturday, there is a small community event in Terre Haute, Indiana, and I will be doing that one. And then that might be my last show for the year, depending on Grand Rapids Comic Con. I'm on the wait list for them, but
wait list.
Yeah, I know it's never the best place to be, but I have gotten into big cons while on the wait list, so it's just a matter of patience and hoping that a lot of people drop out.
Yeah, but how soon? Like, how much time they give you when there's an opening?
It depends. When I I got into C2E2 while I was in the wait list once, and they gave me like a month's heads up, which was
good.
Enough time. But obviously, if it was like a few days, I would seriously have to consider it. But it's like a couple weeks, so that's all I need to make sure I have enough comics for everything and all that.
C2E2 was a fun show. I dug it.
Oh yeah,
to go this year. It was fun.
I go every year.
And I'm sorry, brother, but yeah, the New York pizza is pizza. What you guys have is a pie. It's different. Not pizza.
Here we go.
Only playing, but I'm only fucking with you. I love to fuck with my Chicago people, man. All right. So, folks, this is the project. Please support. This is independent comics at its best. There's a very talented individual right here, and I'm telling you, you are going to be very happy with his work. Let me tell you, all right. And again, you take the house, get everything, get the whole Todd Black verse over here, if you will, and get it done and support independent comics. You know, these creators as well. You know, of the future of the industry. Now, 2 more questions. If you could work on any character outside of your own, but do you have any like fantasy characters that let's manifest that you would love to write, whether from IP, public domain that you want to tackle?
Yeah, well, I do dream, as lazy as it sounds, to be with DC Comics and Marvel one day. And for DC, the characters I want to write more than anything are Shazam and Poison Ivy, which is a very unique combo. I know, but I got 2 different series ideas for them. And then on the Marvel side, I would love to work on the X-Men. I actually had an idea for a book for the Krakoa era, but sadly that just ended, so now I'd have to retool the story. But I had one that I thought was perfect for Krakoa and would just fit the mold and breathe some even more new life into the franchise. But oh well. But I would love. I wouldn't need to do the main book. I would do like a mini series, like with Colossus or Cyclops or whatever. Just some fun stories within the X-verse. I would love to do that. And I'm always open to like. There's been a big push recently. I know I'm sure you've seen it, Al, where they've been making comics of like the classic cartoons and series and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like Gargoyles, Thundercats, Space Ghost just came out. Transformers.
Pose is murdering Space Ghost though, because when they did it on DC and got another series a couple years ago with a mini with covers by Alex Ross, that shit was so good.
Yeah,
that's
so good. I'd be up for like working on some of those, like especially Gargoyles. Loved Gargoyles, Thundercats. Would love to do that. I'm the kind of writer where if you give me an opportunity to work with something, I'll probably take it just because I love to write. So, I'm easy like that. Okay, I am easy to please. I just
hear this publisher Big 2. He's ready. Got stories ready. Follow him on Instagram. Start checking him out. Guardians_comic. Is that simple? Come on.
And then if we really want to manifest something out, my shirt is a big giveaway because I'm a big fan of All Elite Wrestling, and I legit am trying to get them to hire me to make a comic book for them. I made a fan comic called AEW Origins, and I have gotten it into the hands of people at the company. I actually had 2 viral posts happen because of that.
Cool.
I'm trying my hardest to reach out to Mr. Tony Khan, the head of AEW's, to hire me because I really think this would be really cool for the company. It'd be something that's totally unique to me and the people I would hire to help me with it. So I'm just like, please, Tony Khan, please, AEW, give me a chance.
There we go. Let's manifest. So let's pray for this moment. All right, let's go. Manifest. Connor's going to drop in your DMs later. But you're going to ask, okay, what are you talking about, Todd? All right? That's what's going to happen. Yeah. You're going to be shocked. You won't believe it, but make sure to answer.
Tony, finally messaged me. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth.
Oh, my God. I would hate to report that. Hey, you know, he got his dream job and, like, passed out. What happened?
Yeah, I died.
Oh, shit. Now, but you're the man, brother. Folks, this is where you got to go to stay tuned with everything he's working on, especially when he begins his AEW journey, because it's going to happen. All right. So that's where you follow him. But most importantly, this is what we got to do. We have only 14 days left. 14. That's 2 paydays. Don't be playing with me, folks. No excuse. You're either getting paid today or Friday. And then the same thing for next week, you know, for you others. So, you know, I got you guys. All right. So make sure you support Indie, because this is a dope project that's happening right now. Click that link, baby. Okay, Todd, any last words for the fan base out there about your project or motivation?
Well, I just hope you'll Take the House a chance. It really is a fun story. It's very different from many of the other things that are out there. It's a multi-year passion project for me and Alex. And even if you just get the add-ons, you know, that's fine too. Again, I'm here to appeal to all kinds of genres. And for all of you, so like, man, I wish I could make all these kinds of books. Do it. You can. Just find a story, believe in your story, and make it. That's how I did. I started with 1 issue, the one that Al was fawning over with the cover, Guardians #0, and I just did it 1 issue at a time, 1 book at a time, and now I've got 50 books to my name.
50. So, woo! Look at you, baby! Congrats. That's nice, bro.
Thank you. So, believe in yourself, believe in your comic, believe in your novel, and make it. You can do it. I know you can, because trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. All right. So, but yes, please support Take the House. That would really mean a lot to me.
Yeah, let's get it done, folks. Support independent comics. Ty, yo, you rock. Thank you so much for hanging out a bit with us today. Talk about your journey and especially Take the House. And folks, really Take the House. Get the whole Todd Black verse, right, set. I think that's the best deal there. And then, of course, listen, you guys are going to have to fight. There's only 5 left. 5 slots left to be on that cover and part of the story. All right. So please, you know what I mean? For real, I think that's really cool. Hey, for you lovers out there, think about that perfect gift for somebody you love as well. Maybe, you know, send in a picture to the team. You could gift them that and be, hey, honey, whoever your honey is. You know what I mean? That's a great gift, actually.
We've done that before. People have said, "Yo, I don't want you to draw me. I want you to draw like my kids, or I want you to draw my partner and everything." I even had one guy ask to be drawn in with a wrestler. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, fine." Oh. So he did. So if you want to pledge to have someone else drawn in, we'll do that. It's your pledge. Use it how you want.
Yep, and I think again that's a dope gift. You know, so listen, there's only 5 of those left. That's a dope gift. You know, it's something, you know, especially if you have a comic nerd in your life. I think that this is a wonderful one. All right. So again, Todd, thank you. Thank you for everybody that did tune in. And again, you know, when you watch, make sure you click that link. Support it. We only got 14 days to go. So once you guys come home from New Comic Book Day, you Wednesday warriors, you know what I mean, and sit down, you know, before you peruse your stash of books, you know, go online really quick and click that link. All right. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. It's Omega, and I'm out. Wepa!
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.